Alright guys, today we're working on the 04 Expedition again. I have a blinking airbag light and it is blinking in code. It's 4-2. So it blinks 4 times, pause, and then 2. And from what I can gather from my research, that is a front impact sensor. So, first thing you want to do, disconnect that battery. Don't mess around, just disconnect it. It takes 2 seconds. Take this piece off. This rests over your top here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 total of these little plastic clips. They are supposed to unscrew when you when you turn them, but a lot of them do not. And if you get into that problem, these ones are a little tougher than most. They're flat up against there, but you can get a small blade flathead screwdriver and tap it in there and just pry them up a little bit out of there without damaging them, and they'll come up, and you won't damage the threads on anything. They'll push back in or screw back in, however you want to do it when you're done. So now your front impact sensor is straight down, right on the main brace there. That's it right there. You see there's a stud. Now some of them I saw have a bolt. I am unlucky enough that I have a stud, and it is indeed corroded. I got the nut off here, and I took this off for a separate reason. You do not have to take this off, but I'm hoping that we can just get away with cleaning the plug. So I am having a difficult time getting this. Just a heads up, you don't want to break this if you run into what I did here. Just I keep spraying it up. I got penetrant oil, and just spray up the stud there and try to keep easily working it back and forth, and hopefully get it to slide over that stud. If you have the bolt, you're probably already got this off by now, but just slowly try to work it. Do not break it. Okay, one thing that's working for me is I'm using a pair of channel locks and rocking it back and forth very easily. Channel locks I'm only using because of the angle. It's a little too much leverage. Do not squeeze on this too hard, but if you can see, it's actually rocking back and forth a little bit. This should come loose fairly soon. So there we go. Finally, after a lot of rocking, it's loose. Now just back it off the stud here. I'll get back with you in a second. We'll take a look at it. Alright guys, so that thing is on there. There's a metal sleeve that runs through it, and it is corroded big time. It's stuck on there, and before I break the sensor, a new one is like 121 bucks for a cheap one. I'm gonna try a few things. So what I did was, plug itself didn't look too bad, but I put a little bit of dielectric grease in each socket, and then, like I said, there's a metal sleeve on here, and there's also a ground tab there. So I wire brushed that the best I could, and put dielectric grease all around there, because I guess it grounds out on that nut and on that stud. So hopefully, the case was it was just a bad ground. And I also cleaned up the nut and put dielectric grease all around there too. You can see those little tabs there. It's supposed to ground out there. So hopefully it was just a corroded bad ground causing the intermittent light to come on, and we can get away without having to replace that sensor. So we're fired up now. We're running, and no airbag light. So yeah, that right in front there on that stud where that nut goes or that bolt goes, depending on your vehicle, that there's a little tab there that grounds out. That gets corroded and stuff. I mean, it's right at the front of the car. It's picking up rainwater, salt, all your other junk, and it corrodes. So try, if anything, take that nut and bolt out or whatever, and clean it up, put some dielectric grease on, and throw it back together. See if that fixes it for you. Save you 120 bucks. Alright, it's been running for over 10 minutes now. I think it might be safe to say we're good. Alright guys, you know the deal. If this video helped you in any sort of way, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Like I said, it keeps me motivated to keep making some videos.